What up, guys? This is Steiner Palomino, aka Stamio Studio, and welcome to a new lesson on how to draw Spider-Man from Marvel Comics. He's like an awesome superhero. Well, who doesn't know Spider-Man? Seriously, he's like been around for like, I don't know how many years, probably like over 50 or 60, I don't know. I don't keep count, but yeah, Spider-Man's like, he's awesome. he's like, oh yeah, sorry also for like not coming out like with videos recently, but I've been very busy due to the fact that it's like I've been like attending a lot of conventions here and there. Like early June I went to Eternal Con. I'll be coming out with like pictures with like a video here and there. And also just this past weekend I had to go to Philly for like 4 days. That's like 4 days commuting from New York to Philadelphia. So yeah, I've been pretty busy. I basically have a crazy schedule, so so I'm sorry for not coming out with videos sooner, because I think like the last video I had, it was like probably like over 15 days ago. So I just want to apologize for that. But yeah, here we go. Basically, for Spider-Man's line work, what you do is you're just pretty much taking like if you're gonna go for like the standard comic book style, where you're just gonna go with like a heavy black. You just pretty much have like a small brush size, either like a 3 or smaller, and you're just gonna pretty much like kind of like trace over your own original sketch work. This is my original pencil sketch that I pretty much scanned, and now I'm just going over it. The line work, going here and there, erasing a few things. Yeah, but Spider-Man's awesome, man. I mostly remember Spider-Man not through comic books, but more through the 1990s Spider-Man, where it's like an animated cartoon show, where it's the one where you see like a spider web in the beginning and it goes doo 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 Spider-Man, that one. that's how I actually knew Spider-Man. Not through the comic books, but pretty much through the animated shows, because as a kid I was too poor to afford comic books. I'm sorry, Marvel, but it's the truth. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, back to the piece. Basically here we're just going through using the pen tool, because the pen tool helps you get like these cool kind of like these bendy lines type of things, where it helps you pretty much do like a line that you would have an impossible time doing with your own hands stuff. So pretty much doing the mask part, I pretty much just use the pen tool. It helps things, like it helps the process run a lot smoother. The Spider-Man sketch I actually had like a little reference from the movie Spider-Man. I believe it was the Amazing or the early 2000s Spider-Man movies, where I got like the spiderweb costume design. So yeah, I can't draw Spider-Man out of the top of my head. You kind of need reference for that guy. He's not one of my original characters, so yeah. So I kind of need like a piece of reference or something in order to do a character I'm not familiar with that I haven't really drawn a lot of. So yeah, go the line work. But I did do the line work through pencils, like how it's done, but I pretty much had to like keep turning the A5 paper like around and around just to get like these line works. Because I'm pretty sure people at cons they've already seen the Spider-Man pencil sketch in my binder or the portfolio, whichever they would like to call it. Yeah. It's kind of sad though, because I still haven't even seen the Amazing Spider-Man movie yet. Part 2 one. I've seen the first one. I must say, the first one, not really a big fan of the first one. It's just there was too many bad plot holes here and there. Like, I think someone pointed out that, yeah, if you haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man, I'm pretty much going to put a spoiler here, where Captain Stacy's dying and Spider-Man has the lizard formula in his hand, and he just let Captain Stacy die when he should have just given him a little dose, because the lizard formula, what it does is it pretty much gives you regenerating powers. So if Parker was smart, he should have given it to him while he was dying. You know, like the regenerative powers could have healed him a little bit, you know. Nah, but Parker's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna let you die. So I really didn't like that part, and it was just it wasn't my. I guess you could say it's not my generation of Spider-Man. I guess you could say I do like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Those were good Spider-Man movies where basically it was like, I mean, I liked I guess my favorite Spider-Man movie you could say was, I think, either Spider-Man 1 or 2. I mean, the third Spider-Man was just horrible. Everyone knows that one for his little wussy little crying. Like, when I'm Spider-Man. Yeah, but those are pretty much. I also remember something from my childhood where I do remember that. What's going on? I do remember one time, like one of my first impressions of Spider-Man actually was when, I believe, it was probably back in elementary school, during my elementary school days, where I think somebody had like a birthday party, and they actually held it within the school, and they were giving away like, I guess, like free birthday goodie bags to like all the other students, and I actually got one. And inside came like this mini little comic book of Spider-Man with Wolverine. I think that was actually the first time I actually seen Spider-Man. I was just like, oh, cool, who is this character? And I do also remember, I kind of remember earlier works, probably earlier than that, where there was this Spider-Man, either an early Spider-Man movie. I can't vaguely remember it, but this was before even the 2000 Spider-Man movies. If only I could. If there was an earlier Spider-Man movie before the 2000s, leave like a comment below and like share some info, because I'm pretty sure there was, but I vaguely remember it. I'm not 100% certain. Actually, there was also another thing that See, the thing with Spider-Man is like I know so many things about him, like where I've seen him like multiple times. It's mostly like on television or something. Because I do remember Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, and this was probably like after the Spider-Man, the animated show, which was like in the 60s, I believe it was. And I do remember Spider-Man with Starfire and Iceman. Yeah, I remember those cartoons. That was also another awesome series. I'm pretty sure I seen it like as a kid, and that was probably like, I believe that was probably the earliest known knowledge of Spider-Man that I've seen. Yeah, it must be it. Yeah. Anyway, here I am just going, turning the, pretty much turning the, I guess you could say, the digital paper, like on a side, because I like to pretty much do digital lines like coming down towards me or stroking upward. Yeah, so I do a lot of turning of the paper because it helps my workflow run much more smoothly. And yeah. Just going Oh yeah, also I've also seen the series, which is it's either called The Amazing Spider-Man or I forget the name of it. Oh my god. But I remember seeing it on Netflix. It was a Spider-Man show where basically he's like trying to become like an Avenger kind of thing, where Shield is either they're training him to be like an Avenger member or something. I remember only seeing like the first episode. I forgot the name of that series though. Yeah, because they've done so many like Spider-Man cartoons on television. I remember there was probably another one. Either it was Spider-Man 2099 or maybe it was called Spider-Man Unlimited. I'm not sure. Yeah, this superhero's like been around for like so many different spin-offs of him. It's like nearly impossible to keep count. Oh man. Yeah. Here I go. Going through his emblem suit. That iconic spider on his shirt. Well, his suit, really. I find it amazing how a teenager was able to design this cool suit and then make it look like, you know, like real awesome. Let's see. Spider-Man. I think I actually had like a great time at Wizard World because there was like so many Spider-Man fans there, and they all really loved my Spider-Man, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. You know, I guess it's more of the character, you know, like anybody who's anybody could draw Spider-Man, but I guess it's the way how I drew him, I guess you could say, that they really liked it. Yeah, Spider-Man. I really respect the character of what Stan Lee did to create him. It's very like awe-inspiring, man. on how he gave the character, you know, that famous line, with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah, it's like the best line in the world for like all superheroes to follow. It just really sticks to you, you know. It's like one of the best lines ever created, man. Being a comic artist, I also, you know, dream of coming out with like some sort of a catchy line. Nothing as significant as that, but something else, you know, just to be known for that thing. It's awesome. Basically, I'm just giving the suit more of a kind of like a 3D effect, so that way it looks like it's like the emblem is like stuck on his suit. So it's pretty much giving it like a cool 3D effect here and there. Then here we go with the line work, where we're gonna just go in and out. Pretty much we're just copying the pattern that I've seen where it's just more line work here and there. Yeah, since I'm also, you know, a hardcore gamer, I've also played like a few Spider-Man video games in the past. I don't know if anyone knows Maximum Carnage or Separation Anxiety. Those were like some of the very coolest Spider-Man games I've played in my early childhoods. Because I remember one that was 2 players. I think one player plays Spider-Man, the other player can play Venom. I remember playing Venom more than Spider-Man, because actually Venom is probably my favorite character in the whole Spider-Man universe. It's just like the most badass suit ever. It's a black suit with like a white spider emblem. Oh my god, I even have like a t-shirt of that. It's probably like worn out right now, but Venom, the Venom design is just so godlike. You know, it's like it's one of the best super villain designs ever. Venom's awesome. And he's also like one of Spider-Man's major arch nemesis, because it's just like has one of the best storytellings ever of how like pretty much the Venom suit or the alien symbiote, whichever you want to call it by, how it came to be, and how it like pretty much copied Spider-Man's DNA, and it pretty much like adapted itself to pretty much Spider-Man's, you know, his, I guess you could say his DNA or something, because it does do that. It pretty much like enhances your current abilities, and it pretty much makes you like more powerful. So yeah, that alien symbiote's no joke. It's like, it's awesome. Sure, it corrupts you later on, but yeah, what's that for a drawback when someone is like a super villain who's gonna use it anyway? Basically, when you're a villain, it's like you got no drawbacks to it. You know? Yeah. hopefully I'll probably do a Venom tutorial later on in the future. Until now, enjoy this Spider-Man. Alright, this pretty much wraps up my line work tutorial on how to draw Spider-Man. Basically, you just take, like I said, a black brush tool at probably 3, and you just trace around your earlier sketchwork that you worked on an A5 artistic board, and you just scanned it through, and that's pretty much it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you find these tutorials useful, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and I'll come out with another video. Thanks guys.